WWE Bash in Berlin results, grades and analysis. Gunther, Cody Rhodes retain. Rhea Ripley, Damian Pri win. WWE's Bash in Berlin was the company's first ever premium live event to take place in Germany. The event continued a string of successful WWE ventures on foreign soil in 2024, being hailed by the company as the highest grossing arena show ever. It was a strong card that featured 3 championship matches and paid off 2 of the more enthralling WWE storylines this year. The event kicked off similar to WWE's previous European PLE, Clash at the Castle, with undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes defending the title. This time against Kevin Owens. The night's lone championship change came in the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, as Jade, Cargill, and Bianca Belair defeated Alba, Fyre, and Isla. The action wrapped with Gunther beating Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. An absolutely amazing match to open the show, Rhodes and Owens combined excellent in-ring action with impeccable storytelling. We were able to see just how serious Owens was taking this opportunity thanks to his perfectly timed counters of Rhodes' signature moves, and we saw a viciousness from the former champion that has seemingly been missing recently. A teased knee injury was the main factor in the finish here, with Owens refusing to attack Rhodes' weak point during the match, ultimately costing him the undisputed WWE Championship. There were subtle hints after the match that Owens might be on his way toward a heel turn, and we again saw a less than dominant title defense from Rhodes. There's a chance we see this match again very soon, possibly as a main event on the USA Network's debut episode of SmackDown in a couple of weeks. Cargill and Belair are undoubtedly the bigger stars here and were never pinned to lose the titles initially, so the outcome here makes sense. Belair has been among the best talents on the roster over the past several years, and Cargill is being built into an unstoppable force, so I still believe their future is brighter as singles competitors than in a tag team. Hopefully there's a meaningful feud for them moving forward, perhaps against the faction of Zoe Stark, Sonya Deville, and Shayna Baszler. Punk sneakily hitting the turnbuckles after McIntyre while being carried. Analysis. The rules of the match were a bit convoluted, with Michael Cole having to explain the lights on the turnbuckles repeatedly. Otherwise, the animosity of this feud was manifested in the physical nature of the match, and we were able to see CM Punk pick up his first win in WWE in more than a decade. From here, we are certainly going to see a trilogy match between the two, potentially at Bad Blood or even Survivor Series, the winner of which likely falls in line behind Damian Pri and Seth Rollins for a shot at Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship. This match played out perfectly, with a physically imposing pair of Pri and Ripley consistently having the upper hand early. Naturally, the heel team of Morgan and Mysterio used underhanded tactics to gain an advantage, and the Judgment Day got involved. But ultimately, the right pair won. With this business finished, Pri can challenge Gunther and Ripley can challenge Morgan for their respective championships in SummerSlam rematches. Beyond Mysterio's nuclear heat, his in-ring skill is really very strong, and he remains one of the somewhat underrated talents on the WWE roster. Unfortunately, this match did not reach the same heights that their confrontation in the King of the Ring final did. The crowd was red hot for the duration, even with a relatively plodding pace. There was excellent ring psychology on display, with Gunther focusing on Orton's neck and Orton focusing on Gunther's arm, and the physicality was certainly there with moments like Orton's superplex and Gunther's powerbombs. Unlike their King of the Ring final match, Orton lost clean here and the two men shook hands after the match, so this is likely the last we see of these two squaring off for a long time. Gunther has no shortage of challenges for his championship, and Orton is a draw no matter who he is lined up across. Despite Gunther being the de facto hometown hero, the Berlin crowd embraced Randy Orton during his entrance and sang along with his theme music, a relatively new development in the relationship between Orton and the WWE fans. While Orton took his time on his way to the ring, Gunther took a businesslike approach to his entrance, only briefly pausing at the bottom of the ramp and before entering the ring. The crowd was behind Gunther, but not overwhelmingly in comparison to Orton. As ring announcer Samantha Irvin made her introductions, she was interrupted by Ludwig Kaiser, who had introduced Gunther for the majority of his WWE career as members of Imperium. It drew a solid pop from the Berlin crowd.